It's week 6 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the Packers' leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Packers and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Throwing to start the drive. Cochran, short throw to Smith. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 90 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get to the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
60 Eagle.
Off the play fake. Cochran. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return this time. Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Gets this one to Morris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Operating from the gun. Cochran. Over the middle to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Cochran escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Morris. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action. Cochran. And he he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Cochran. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Operating from the gun. Cochran. And he's going to take it in. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dowling looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Cochran. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Elam.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Dowling. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 4. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cochran. And that is incomplete.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
Bates' kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Up the middle they go. Dowling. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Cochran. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. He finds his man complete. That's Morris. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will get this into... Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. Dowling still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, Dowling. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Up the middle they go. Dowling. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Dowling. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Cochran. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Cochran. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam,
and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Elam, and not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Cochran. And he's brought down. Can't do anything. We are in the fourth and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cochran.
That one complete down the field to Smith. Down the right sideline.
And he's going to take it. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. He takes it.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Chicago,
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And here's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get... Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Brian Branch in on the tackle. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. To the ground, a first down run. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. The motion man here is Mitchell. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That's out quickly to Mitchell. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's
Here's 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Still 3rd down.
3rd and goal. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
And this is caught. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game, and there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Back to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Move the chains up past the 20. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It's Mitchell. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Handoff here, up the middle. They'll be brought down. Short pickup. It's at the 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be... Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to... They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Quick throw here is complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Packers. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time?
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. He's going to have a Packers first down as he gets this up to the 42. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get about 5. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now give on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year.